What's going on, guys? Connor here, and in this video I'm going to be taking you guys through my biggest 3 mistakes that I made on my dropshipping store that I just hit $400,000 in total sales on in just 8 months. Before I jump into the video, I want to make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram, so go ahead and follow me. It's at Connor Chapman. That's just my name, Connor Chapman. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram because I provide a lot of insight into my business, into some tips, tricks, strategies, all that stuff on my Instagram stories and on my Instagram page. So make sure you guys go follow me. Also, there is a free Facebook page. It's called Shopify Secrets. It's where a lot of like-minded individuals get connected about dropshipping, about Shopify, Facebook ads, AliExpress, fulfillment, suppliers, whatever it may be. So make sure you guys join that. It's absolutely free. And I respond to you guys in there very actively. So make sure you guys join that because you'll get instant access to me as well. So I'll jump right into the video. Basically, I'm going to pull up a screenshot kind of on the screen as well, and then I'll also pull it up on my phone as I'm talking here just to show you guys some proof, because I know that is obviously a huge thing about dropshipping and transparency, to make sure that I can show you guys exactly what's going on. Right now, obviously my store is only at 142 right now. I've had some issues with it. I'll get into that probably in another video. But I had some big issues with my store, working through them, and now we're finally back up to sales. So, you know, this month I'm only at 44,000, which is pretty low for me, honestly. Usually my stats are way higher than that. Before I jump into the mistakes, I just want to show you guys a screenshot of, or not a screenshot, it's just a live view of my Shopify store, $400,000 in sales. And, you know, there's my conversion rate. Basically, obviously this biggest month I had was in March, I believe, or maybe it was February. I think it was March, actually. It was January, February. Yeah, it was in March, and I hit $252,000 that month. And then obviously we've been recovering since then. I had some major issues, which I'll get into. But yeah, basically my conversion rate was 1.72%. Not the best conversion rate. I could have definitely done better than that. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit of proof on my store. But now getting into the biggest 3 mistakes that I made while scaling, while running up to $400,000 in sales. And I actually went over some of these in my Instagram story. I'm going to elaborate on them further. So the first thing that I did poorly was I scaled too fast. What do I mean by that? Basically, my product was very high demand. It had absolutely amazing trends on Google Trends. It was just going up over the last 12 months. So the demand was there. I knew the demand was there, and my ads were very cheap. My ads were like, I think I was getting around a $10 to $12 cost per purchase, which was really good. The problem was I scaled way too fast with a store, with systems, and with just every fulfillment, customer service, everything that wasn't up to speed yet. So the problem with that was that I basically scaled my product so fast that my systems, my fulfillment, and my store essentially couldn't keep up. So, you know, I had tons of problems with fulfillment. I had problems with customer service. I had problems with returns, problems with product quality that I would have noticed before if I just let myself take a couple orders in before I scaled up so high. So the problem with scaling too fast was that I was getting so many orders. I was getting about 500 orders per day, which was just way too many for my store to handle. So basically my back-end systems were not in play. I didn't have a robust customer service team. I don't even think I had Zendesk set up fully yet. So it was just running emails out of Gmail, which really isn't, you know, good. I didn't have good tracking systems in place for shipments. I didn't have a good email marketing up and running yet in March. So that was big. Another issue was that by scaling that fast, you have to make sure that your suppliers have the actual product in their warehouse. So, you know, I was working with a sourcing agent, you know, great sourcing agent and everything. The problem was we ended up stocking out the product, which was not good. So we stocked out the product. It definitely, you know, I scaled way too fast. I didn't give them a heads up. That was my bad. I should have given a heads up that we were going to do, you know, over basically like 500, 600 units per day, which is a lot of volume, right? So, you know, there's only one manufacturer in China making my product at the time. And, you know, once one of their machines went down, I was basically out for like a week or two. So definitely put me back a lot. And that's kind of why you saw the graph go up and then right back down, because I realized that we stocked out. And I was like, oh shit, I can't basically keep selling stuff to people if I don't have the stock, right? That's just not good business sense, because obviously your shipping times are going to be way higher. Your customer service is going to, you know, be overloaded with requests and stuff like that. So that's one of the major mistakes I made, was that I scaled way too fast without implementing the proper systems on my store. The second mistake I made was that I spent too much time doing customer service and order fulfillment related tasks.
You want bread?
Yes, please.
$3!
What?
No soup for you.
What I mean by that was that I was handling chargebacks for my customers. I was handling some customer emails and how to respond to them, which, some of it is needed, right? When you're training VAs and stuff like that, you definitely need to do that a little bit to some extent. But overall, you really shouldn't be handling that at all. You should leave that to your VAs. You as an entrepreneur, as a dropshipper, you should be really focusing on your video ads and your branding of your store. So that's one thing I definitely did not do good enough. I spent too much time on the customer service, and then the other side of it was order fulfillment. I was really tracking all my orders. I was like looking at each customer, what they were buying, and I was trying to make sure that all the orders were fulfilled on time, when in reality I should have just outsourced that to my VAs and had them handle it and just provided directions. So going forward, what I've done is I've provided a lot more documentation. I've provided a lot more, basically like desktop procedures for people to go through and for my VAs to go through and look at, so they understand exactly how to handle every single situation. You can also build macros in Excel and stuff like that, teach them how to respond to comments on Facebook, whether that's with memes, with videos, with just average responses, with a link to your store. So all that kind of things, the systems that I need to have in place, I have in place now. But before I didn't, so it was definitely, I was spending a lot of my own personal time doing those tasks. And the best way I've been able to learn is by, outsourcing the tasks that I don't necessarily want to do and that I don't think are adding value to my business. Those being, obviously customer service adds value to the customers. But in terms of me as an entrepreneur, my time is better spent doing stuff like learning about Facebook ads, learning about retargeting, learning about, faster shipping times, all that type of stuff. So that's where I spent too much time doing the wrong tasks, and it ended up, hurting me in the long run.
Do you realize how much you move your hands?
Is it a lot?
Oh my god.
Is it a lot? No, give me a second. I have one more. Let me stay in the zone. I'll keep my hands down to the side like this. Ready? So the third mistake, God, I can't do it. Look at my hands. I can't do it. So the third mistake that I made in my dropshipping store was that I didn't improve my shipping times. My shipping times were historically set at around 15 to 20 days, which was way too long. If you think about doing over 10,000 orders, you're having 10,000 different customers at 15 to 20 day shipping times, it's absolutely crazy to think that that's sustainable. So what I should have done, probably around 2, 3, 4,000 orders, is I should have bought my product in bulk, got my product costs down, and spent a little bit more money on shipping in order to get my product costs basically down from $5 to about $1. On top of that, what I could have also done is for my shipping times, I would have gotten it from 15, 20 days down to like 2 to 3 day shipping. That would have definitely helped my store tons. I mean, I would have had no problems with customer service. I would have had barely any problems with tracking, right? A customer is going to order and put their, get their order in 2 days, which is amazing, right? Then you can really compete with Amazon. You can set your prices. You can even charge for shipping at that point for like expedited shipping. Then another thing that you could do. Faster shipping times is another thing that I could actually have used on Facebook ads to promote my business and to put on my ads, right? So, right in the headline of the ad, at the very bottom of the ad, next to the Shop Now button, what I could have put was I could have just put text in there that said, ships in 1 to 2 days, or we ship, with a U.S. fulfillment center. That would have absolutely crushed it with the ads. I know it has with other people. So yeah, bringing my stock into the U.S. is something that I wish I would have done. I'm going to be doing it going forward with my new product and my new stores and stuff like that. It's just another mistake that I made that I wish I didn't. But you know what? Hindsight's 20/20. Obviously, we live and we learn from our mistakes and we move forward from that. So yeah, those 3 mistakes are basically the big ones that I'd recommend to any beginners out there who are watching this video, any intermediates or people that are, at my stage where they've scaled a product and they're kind of like looking like, oh, I don't really know what to do with this, or what should I improve on? What should I focus on? For you guys, really improve your customer, experience, right? So improve your customer service. Make sure you have those systems in place. Because if you scale too fast and you don't have the right systems in place, you're going to get a lot more returns, a lot more chargebacks, and it's going to be a way bigger headache for you guys in terms of PayPal, Shopify, whatever it may be. There's going to be way more headaches for you guys. Spending too much time, the second mistake, obviously spending too much time doing, customer service, order fulfillment, related activities. Definitely don't recommend doing that. That's just going to waste your guys' time. You need to be spending time on Facebook ads, on marketing, on branding, creating new videos, creating new angles, testing new products, right? That's really what you should be focusing on as a dropshipper. And then the third mistake, obviously, is just keeping those long shipping times. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you have your shipping time be as as small as possible. 1, 2, 3 days is really what it should be, especially if you're doing, you know, over 500 orders a day. Even 100 orders a day, you should probably be having, you know, 2 to 3 day shipping. So those are the 3 mistakes that I made with my store that I'm, you know, just now hit $400,000 in sales. Looking back, $400,000 in sales is absolutely amazing, but I do want to hit $1 million. So by the end of this year, I'm giving myself a goal. I will be hitting $1 million in sales. I'll probably be taking a clip from this video at the end of the year and making sure that I actually hit $1 million in sales. So $1 million in sales is my goal, and thank you guys so much for listening. As always, make sure you guys keep your mind right. Peace.